Okay. Melissa Morinello. All right. So we are going to go through the interview questions.
Yeah.
Power Summit Spotlight. You ready, Boo?
Ready.
Okay.
Thanks for this opportunity, by the way.
So fun. No, this is so exciting. This is more fun for me than it is for you, I promise. Okay, so we really, really want the women in here to get connected, to know who's doing what, and to know why they're doing it, so that this can be an actual relationship builder. This was actually Alyssa's idea to get this going in this way. So this was Alyssa's brainchild, and it's brilliant. So, so let's get started with introduce your name and then tell us what you do in about 3 sentences or less.
Awesome. So my name is Melissa Morinello. I own a company called Sparkle Marketing and Events. And basically, I don't just plan events. I feel that I help create experiences for my clients and their guests that will long be remembered. I like to think that my mission for my clients is for their guests to show up and for them to show up and feel like a guest at their own event. Not to stress about every detail, but for them to get there, show up, focus for the task at hand, work on it, and just look amazing to those in attendance.
That's awesome to feel like a guest at their own event. That's good. That's really good. The corporate events that I've had to go to and be a part of in corporate America when I was like in sales, director of marketing and all that stuff, it was always, I could never enjoy it. So this is amazing. And we never had anybody hired to do it like you do. So that's great. Number 2, who's your biggest female inspiration?
So I kind of have 2 after thinking about this. I have their picture right here. So this is my Grandma Mary and my great Aunt Lizzie. Aunt Liz just turned 100 2 weeks ago.
Awesome.
Holler for Aunt Liz over here. So my great-grandfather started a little beer distributing company over 100 years ago called Serto Brothers. Just a little company. And my grandmother worked there for almost 50 years. She was the office manager, and my Aunt Lizzie she didn't have the title, but it would have been, in today's day and age, she would have been the CFO. And as you know, beer it was a male-dominated industry for many years. And even though the company was called Serto Brothers, there were daughters that worked there. And when their brothers went off to war, they ran the business. So, you know, my grandma has a really amazing story. She was a widow with 2 little kids. My dad was 5. My aunt was 3 when my grandfather passed away. So she raised 2 little kids, worked full time for a family business. And, you know, she did everything. She didn't just stay in the office. If she had to go deliver beer one day, she went and delivered beer. They did what they had to do in order to get the job done. So she's always been a huge inspiration to me in the fact that you can work and have a great career while raising your children.
Yeah.
My Aunt Liz, though, is like the badass. She was the reason I wanted to go to school for business. You know, she was a ballroom dancer. She has an amazing life still at the age of 100.
Awesome.
Still has an amazing life. But, you know, if it wasn't for her, she kept that business going for so many years and made sure that it was financially stable and in a good place. And, you know, and here we are. 100 years later.
That's so cool. And for those people who are not from Buffalo, Serto Brothers is a major drink distributor in the Western New York market. And do they go all over the Northeast, Melissa?
So they're primarily, I believe, just Western New York down into the southern tier. Unfortunately, we just, as of January 9th, they will be now owned by the Wright family out of Rochester. So they just sold the company, but it's been a huge name and everyone knows Serto Brothers in Western New York. So they were definitely come from a family of entrepreneurs, that's for sure. So
you definitely do. Oh my gosh. Okay, so number 3, what is one thing you absolutely love about your job?
I love in the middle of an event being able to stop for a second and look around and seeing everyone enjoy themselves, seeing my clients not feel like they have a weight on their shoulder of where they have to go next, what they have to set up, what they need to check in and do. And even just with the guests that are there, having them making memories or just seeing my client and having a great first impression about them, whether it's, you know, a wedding or if it's mostly a corporate event or even just the branding logo items that we ordered for the event, just leaving a great first impression.
Awesome. Yeah, that's definitely like honestly to be able to give your client an experience where they are really feeling like they're just enjoying themselves and they're hanging out at a party, and to give them the sense that it doesn't feel like work for them, that's a huge gift. And I imagine they come back for more every time. So okay, number 4, I love this question. If you could go back to your 6-year-old self and give her any advice, what would you tell her?
Keep having the little lunch parties and the dinner parties. So, funny story, when I was a kid, I had a group of friends in my neighborhood that we would all hang out together, and one of our friends, their parents worked all the time, so we would always end up at this particular friend's house, and we would raid their fridge, and we would make lunches and everything, and I was always in charge of making the salad. That was like my big deal. I had to make the salad, and I'd set the table, and I loved doing it, and it evolved into high school where I wanted to have dinner parties. Like I would have friends come over and we would get dressed up and the boys would wear shirts and ties and we would have a dinner party and I would spend the day setting the table and planning the menu and everything. So I definitely had a vision for this even at a very young age, I guess.
Yeah.
So keep doing that, girl. Don't worry, it'll lead to something. It'll lead to something someday.
Honestly, like what a beautiful segue. You actually did that in high school and now you're still doing it and you're getting paid for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 5, what's the biggest challenge that you're hoping to overcome by being a part of the Empower community, or what are you hoping to achieve as a result of being a part of the Empower community?
I'm glad you said, what am I looking to achieve? Because I don't know if I have a challenge I'm looking to overcome. I'm a natural born connector. I love meeting people, finding out about what makes them tick, what they do, how it could benefit me, how it could benefit a friend of mine, a client, a colleague, whatever. So I love learning about people. So I'm looking forward to meeting some more of these amazing ladies and seeing what they have to offer and how it could, help me in my business or someone I know and spread their wings over to have them introduced to someone I know.
That's exactly what this is about. So that's awesome. And that's why we're doing the interviews that we're doing so that people can get to know on a deeper level who you really are, get your tone of voice, get your inflection, your personality, so that they can feel really comfortable connecting with you when they know they need to. Awesome. So number 6, in what way do you want to inspire change in the world?
So my world right now are my girls. I have a very spirited 2-year-old and a super fun, almost 5-year-old. And obviously everything I do is for them now, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm just at a point where I want to be an amazing role model to them. I want to show them that you can be the best that you can be to yourself, your family, your community, do what you want to do, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a struggle. If you have a good support system, great coaches, great community like the one we're in right now, it could make it more enjoyable and it can make it easier. So it's definitely something I want them to realize as they get older and they start making decisions in their life of where they're going to go.
For sure. They don't really have a choice with parents like you and Joe. So, all right. So number 7, what's better, making out with your hottest crush or crushing on chocolate-covered popcorn in front of your best movie ever?
So definitely the eating in movie at this point.
Wise choice, sister.
Popcorn, Sandra, but it's good. It'll be good. I don't know if it'll be popcorn. It might definitely be chocolate of some sort.
I'll allow it. You can really feel free to, insert your food drug of choice in that statement. Mine happens to be drizzle corn. It's terrible. It's not even food, I don't think. It's not even food ingredients except for the popcorn, which is arguably not really food. So, but good. Okay, so snack and movie. Hallmark movie, yes or no?
No, I'm not a Hallmark person. I don't know. I feel like I missed that gene. Every other woman in my family is a Hallmark movie person. I'm just not.
We don't even have access. We only use Netflix in our life, so we don't even have access to Hallmark. So that's cool.
Is it terrible if I just say like a Schitt's Creek reunion or marathon? I'll just do that.
Yeah. Okay, Schitt's Creek keeps coming up in my ether. Everybody keeps telling me to watch it all the time, and I still haven't pulled the trigger on it. I'm a big fan of Catherine O'Hara. My dad used to work with her at Second City, and big fan. So.
Girlfriend, her whole wardrobe is pink tartan, the Toronto designer. Her whole entire wardrobe. Like, you of all people should be watching that just for that particular reason.
I know. Okay, I'm sold. I'll go. I know. There's even one of the girls on our team, Chrissy. She tells me that all the time, and she never swears ever. So the first time I heard her say it, I was like, "What'd you say?"
Yeah.
And she goes, "No, it's the title. It's spelled like this." And but I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna commit to it. I will do it. Okay, number 8. We got through this good. Okay, how many career women are you planning to invite to this group as a pay it forward to everyone?
Well, as many as I can, but I feel like they have to be a good fit and they have to be ready to be a part of a group like this. You know, it's all about and I think I said this to you at some point, you know, I read a post or a response somewhere that it's all about community over competition.
Yes.
And I think that more women need to recognize that you're not necessarily a competition. Like, we all know who our ideal client is or who our target demographic is. And that doesn't mean that I can't have another events planner in my space. I mean, we could learn off of each other, feed off of each other, send each other business. I mean, it's not like, you know, people haven't done that.
Take everything, right?
No. And I'm more than happy to, you know, they just have to be the right fit, I think.
Yeah. Now here's another question that's not on our list really, but I feel like Alyssa would be super down with this too. What would you like to see added to this group? Like in terms of content or energy or information or anything, what would you like to see added?
So one area that I'm always up for, continuing education. So obviously you're doing the summit in March, but even if you were to do like daytime lectures where you could invite a speaker in or 2 speakers in, and you could just do a coffee hour where we could come in and even just network with each other. Obviously you're all over the place because this is a viral community that we're in. Yeah. But even if you were to just do little pop-ups here and there, I think that would be great too.
I love it. I love that idea. That's fantastic. We will talk about how exactly we work that in, because I really, really like that. I think that women will get more out of it, to be able to connect with each other more intentionally in here too, and have like group like side tables. That's awesome. Good. I'm glad. I'm so glad we got to do this. This is awesome. Guys, if you haven't, tell everybody what the name of your business is so that they can go hit you up on your page. And then in the comment section after this, Melissa, I'm going to post this in the group. In the comment section, I want you to like put your business so that they know where to find you there too.
Perfect. So my business is Sparkle Marketing and Events. Here's my card.
Beautiful.
www.sparklemarketingandevents.com. Please check it out.
Amazing.
And hit me up and ask me if you have any questions or if you need anything.
This is perfect. Oh, thank you so much for coming on. This will be uploaded as soon as I am done with my group training in the Get Unstuck and Grow Your Cash Flow. So awesome. I will check you out in a bit. I'll tag you as soon as I upload it. Sound good?
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Bye, Melissa. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye, Sandra. Thanks.
Bye.